Congratulations and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just
boom.
unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl of the Appian way here with a battle replay, a multiplayer battle replay between myself and Heir of Carthage. This is the Lernian Hydra. This is the Dusty Cliffside map, but with some noted additions. In particular, we've got temples all over, plenty of felled colossi littering the horizon. I do love that, and this really interesting and cool-looking temple that they added up here onto this cliff face. But anyway, let's get into the actual battle itself. We're first of all going to talk about Heir of Carthage's army. He's playing as Lycia. He brought, and he knew what he was doing when he brought it. He loved the memes. He brought 4 Eastern Slingers. He remembers them well from Rome 2, and he decided that they should make a comeback appearance in this game. He's also brought a pair of Anatolian youths, and he's brought 3 Khopesh fighters and a pair of renowned Khopesh fighters. As well, he has brought along a pair of Centaur hunters on this flank, and on this flank, another pair of Centaur hunters, the Lernian Hydra and Sarpedon himself. And this is an interesting, he's been forced to make some sacrifices in terms of army composition in order to bring a Hydra and a good number of troops. In particular, no heavy infantry. Now, the Dusty Cliffside is known for being a very intimate map because there's trees and cliffs that kind of force you to collapse in on yourself. Well, for this battle, I'm playing as Dardania, and I've already got a little something that I know is going to do me very well in this battle, and that's a pair of heavy Trojan chariots and a Centaur Lancer. This is there are no Centaur champions in this game. There are Centaur Lancers, however, which is this model right here, and they have 50 units per 50 model per unit. 50 models per unit. They can do a Centaurian wedge here. They cause fear. Excellent morale. Armored, shielded, armored at 45. But they are the heavy cavalry variant. And the cost has also gone up for most of the Centaur units, even though there's more in use in general play. So I wanted to bring a Dardanian twist on what we call the shopping list. 3 Centaurs, 2 heavy chariots, you're golden, right? As well as, a good spread of infantry. But it's not really so simple anymore. There aren't really good melee Centaurs below 800 funds. Those aren't really available to you. So instead, I brought 1 Centaur Lancer, a pair of heavy Trojan chariots, and I spent the rest of my funds and attention on Dardanian infantry. And sure enough, I've brought 4 Dardanian rabble, 2 on each flank, clearing out my scrubs. I've got 3 Dardanian defenders, 2 heavy Anatolian swords, and for Mythic, I brought another Mythic unit. I brought the Marksmen of Elysium. These archers are really cool. They're low. They're a low entity size unit as far as skirmishers go, but their damage is all right and their range is all right. And in particular, their arrows also provide a minus 10% melee attack debuff. They are unbreakable, revel in death. So once 1,800 kills have been reached, deaths have been reached on the battlefield, they get even better. And that's one of the things I like about Dardania synergizing with Cerberus units, because of that revel in death. And Dardania is almost guaranteed to bring hundreds of troops, more than 1,200 easy. And I got very lucky, and my opponent also brought 1,400 troops as well. So I'm getting up here with my archer skirmisher hero, using his centaur drill and his ranged firepower. But the thing is, that Lernian Hydra has 280 range. He's actually outranging my archer skirmisher hero with 205. I have to get him up close and personal. But I also get a new ability. The archer skirmisher hero has a new ability for use while mounted, and it's this inspired aim. Oh wait, we knew about that one. It was Apollo's Rain is the new ability. Wait, is that... I felt like something was new here, but I might have been mistaken. I think the inspired aim you could only use when he was dismounted. I think that's what it was. You can now use it while mounted, so the Archer Skirmisher actually gets a second ability that they can use. Now, as we're closing in here, I'm taking inventory of the horde of Lycians in front of me, and I'm trying to decide how best do I want to approach this, and that's when I realize, oh, I know what to do. Let's distract it with my hero some more, and I'm just going to, charge across the field diagonally with my chariots and just get right into all of the medium and light infantry. My opponent brought nothing heavier than a Lycian, than a renowned Kopesh fighter, so I'm gonna go get some kills, and that's what my chariots are doing right now. I do have my centaurs following this up to intercept the centaur hunters on the way. Big hit here. Those Centaur Lancers are going to do just fine. I'm going to continue to just let this pursue, let that blob happen, because I'm mostly focusing my micro on moving up my infantry and getting my heavy Trojan chariots into battle. The charge stops immediately. I gave an attack order to go after these Eastern Slingers, and the charge stopped immediately because my opponent, he's using Aphrodite's Disarming Beauty, and it paralyzes heavy Trojan chariot on the charge right before I can make contact with those Eastern Slingers. Meanwhile, see what happened to the other Eastern Slingers. My chariots just absolutely pummeled it. I got them into the renowned Kopesh fighters as well. The Archers of Elysium have now opened fire. My infantry's getting in position here. He did intercept one of my rabble with an Anatolian youth, but that's okay by me. I still have another free rabble, which is I'm just using to harass these Centaur hunters. Huge damage done over here. My Centaur Lancers are putting some work in on what's left of this Centaur hunter. They're about dead, but I've taken a lot of damage myself. And I'm just kind of rolling in here, just trying to cause as much chaos as I can in Heir of Carthage's line. I've got my archers now focused up on this freed Kopesh fighter. My hero is up to 28 kills. He's just doing his job. I'm chasing slingers. There's still a Hydra out here I've got to worry about, but for the most part, I'm cleaning up house. I've gotten the advantage against all of his infantry, because even though he outnumbered me, because of all of these heavy Trojan chariots getting in here, doing some work, causing some damage. I've already shattered this Kopesh fighter. Sarpedon's looking for something to do, and my Centaur Lancers are getting chased now by Centaur Hunters, so I'm going to use the Marksmen of Elysium at pretty much point-blank range, cause as much havoc and damage and chaos as I can. See, the arrows are not coming in as fast as I could want them to. My Centaur Lancers are broken, being chased, and I'm just doing everything I can trying. There it is. They break, and that'll allow my Centaur Lancers a chance to regroup, and I'll be able to use them later on in the battle. Kopesh fighters have decided to try and get some kills on my rabble. That's a-okay by me. For the most part, and I'm just ignoring the Lernian Hydra. The Hydra is a ranged unit, and thankfully I'm not all that worried. Ooh, gross attack right here. One of those abilities coming off of the Lernian Hydra plastered this area, and he's using another one right there. Boom. He's trying to just clean up this blob of infantry that I've given him. My Marksmen of Elysium are now targeting the Lernian Hydra. I know I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm going to have to do something about this gargantuan, unbreakable unit if I'm going to win this battle. So my Trojan chariots are now able to start working on other targets and targets of opportunity, so I've used them to take out some of the hunters. I've got more hunters we're going to have to deal with. I decided I was just going to go ahead and sacrifice one of my heavy Anatolian swords to just kind of get in here and harass the Lernian Hydra. He's taking damage. He's still confident but winded. I still have fire coming in from the Marksmen of Elysium. And look at this. I love this. My Dardanian rabble is doing really well against these Anatolian youths, much better than it has any right to. 70 kills to 49 kills and winning that engagement. No idea how that happened. That was something I pretty much just forgot about. 2 Eastern Slingers got behind me here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get after them with this Dardanian defender. And I've activated my Aristea. I'm watching the Aristea on his here, because I'm thinking any second now his army's going to break. If he can activate his Aristea, he'll be lucky. This Kopesh fighter that was busy fighting my Dardanian rabble is loose, but I've got chariots now grouped in here on the Lernian Hydra. I'm trying to figure out how am I going to bring this thing down. It's going to be a challenge. I'm just going to try and hold it in place while I shoot it up with some of my superior range units. And sure enough, there goes Sarpedon's Aristea, even as almost all of his forces are broken, shattered, routing. He killed off one of my rabble, but I got a chariot charge going in on there right now. I decided since there's still some infantry in the field, I'm going to go ahead and get my chariots out of this battle. What is this? My Dardanian rabble is winning this fight slightly against the Lernian Hydra with the support of the heavy Anatolian swords. I couldn't believe my eyes in this. I was really shocked and appalled, and I kind of decided, you know what, I'm going to end this with some style. I'm going to give him one good zap from Zeus. That was it. That was my one epic play. Oh god. My archers of Elysium just nailed a bunch of Dardanian rabble. But yeah, I killed the Hydra by virtue of Zeus's lightning bolt from above. That guy's little hop, that was so adorable. They're so happy to be winning this battle. Look at them. Very good, very good. All we're doing now is just waiting for Sarpedon to figure out that his army is gone. Sarpa gone. And that is it. That is it. That one was a one-sided fight, if I do have to say, but it did showcase some really, really cool abilities. Being able to net down those chariots before they make the actual official charge. For a minute there, I swore that something goofy was happening with collision. That, like, it was completely broken. And then, oh, Aphrodite stopped it. I really liked that a lot. Heir of Carthage and Indie Pride all kind of agree right now that there's something not sitting well with us with the Lernian Hydra. Just not performing quite the way we like. I showed you when I was playing against the AI, I was able to use the Minotaur and Cordovantes to just completely shut it down. But even in that battle, it didn't seem that we haven't found that niche that the Hydra fits in yet, and it's expensive. For 2,500 funds. That's how much each one of these epic mythic units goes for. The Cerberus, the Griffin, and the Hydra. 2,500. So if you're playing quick battles, I'm gonna caution people, if you're playing quick battles, or if you're playing games at 12,400 funds, don't spend the money. Don't spend the money for the Lernian Hydra, certainly. But probably also save your money on the Cerberus and the Griffin as well. If you're playing at like 17,000 or siege battles or large battles above, I definitely think they're much more viable. But they're a little pricey for their impact, especially in this battle. Let me show you what I mean. Let's look at some statistics here. So, as you can see, I did manage triple-digit numbers with a pair of my Dardanian rabbles. That was nice. Love that a lot. But my kill MVP was, as I anticipated, my heavy Trojan chariots with 133 kills. The Lernian Hydra, only 25 kills. It did earn an XP chevron, so it did get that going for it. But wow! 241 kills for this Khopesh fighter. And look at this. You asked for it. You prayed for it. I can now reveal. You could see not just the kills, but the damage they caused. And what that damage caused as gold value is. So even though that's 241 kills, that was only 343 points worth of rabble. 18,000 damage! Only 343 points worth. I love these numbers. This is great, man. This is the information that we in the competitive Troy scene have been waiting for a really long time. So, mwah. Thank you. And let's get a look at some of the other statistics in here as far as value. So this rabble earning 400 value in damage. This one with 297, 299, 648. So each one of my rabble performed. Each one of them earned its value back and then some. My hero only managing 702 damage this time, but hey, that's okay. I was expecting a lot more heavy and elite infantry. My two Anatolian swords, only one of them managed to catch value. Both of them put together not quite equaling their value. It's funny, the one that had more kills did not deal as much damage. This is the one I'm pretty sure I had facing off of the Hydra, earned more value, but did fewer kills. Let's see here, 729 points, 478, 702, 1323... I think, wow, 1513 damage caused as gold value, 17,000 damage, 62 kills. The Marksmen of Elysium put up my numbers better than anybody else in my army. 1513. Let's see if anybody matched that performance over here. I would doubt it. Usually the losing army doesn't get huge numbers in damages value. So the true red VP of that battle is going to be the Marksmen of Elysium, and I have a new way to highlight this central space, this central unit. It's going to be the Marksmen of Elysium, a skirmisher unit, on my channel. Anyway, I had a ton of fun with this. I had another battle against Heir of Carthage. I gave him a warm-up match where I, kind of boosted up his ego some, gave him an easy fight. I'm kidding. I played Argos into his Ithaca, and that's going to be on his channel. You'll have to go subscribe to him, go check him out. He's going to be showing some battle content as well. Presumably some battles that he fought against Indie Pride. I don't know if he's putting that up on his channel or not, but maybe he will, maybe he won't. Check out Indie Pride as well. He'll have some videos up, I'm sure. We've all got it. Me and the partner level YouTube content creators. They're all awesome. I love them very much, and I'm gracious to Creative Assembly for the opportunity to show you all this content. I'm having a blast with it, right? Anyway, that's it for me today. Ta-ta. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.